Okay, so Insecure, allow me to apologize. I'm a little late on this, just getting this review done on episode 1, but I'm here now. I am here now for you guys. So listen, episode 1 starts out with Issa on the couch on the phone with somebody. Sounds like Kelly telling her she don't fuck with Molly no more. I don't know what took her so long. I don't know why this is just a new revelation for her. I've been not fucking with Molly, but basically it shows us that this is like, I guess the future or present tense. And they go backwards and take us back to what happened before the block party happened. So, Issa and Molly have a self-care Sunday. I think this is like, a new age, the way us new age gals are getting together, instead of going out for drinks or going out for din, you get together and you work on self. While they work on self, they have a little bit of, ganja, nothing wrong with that, to get everything going. And that's when Issa kind of explains, she gives us a little bit of an update as far as, because some of us was really, really trying to figure out what happened with Nathan. I really was rooting for Nathan. I really, 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 really was rooting for Nathan, and he just fucked it up. So yeah, she lets us know she ain't got no man, she ain't got no job, she ain't got nothing. And although it sounds really, really bad and really like, dreary, she happy. She in a good place. Molly tells her, that work is kind of like overwhelming her. It wasn't really a lot happening in that scene, to be real. So moving right along, Condola and Issa meet up to kind of go through a checklist for this mixer that they're gonna have to try to raise funds for the block party. And they have a really, really cute dynamic. They kind of match each other's energy. And I thought it was really, really, really cute. And then Condola explains that not only is her and her new boo going strong, he's gonna be at the mixer. Okay, Molly and Asian Bae go on a date down to the bowling alley. I've never really been a fan of bowling dates. I think I've been on like maybe one bowling date. I can't really bowl, and I really don't care to know how to bowl. Like, I don't feel like that's really gonna go on any one of my resumes. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna get me into the gates of heaven. I don't feel like it's gonna enhance my social ability or social skills. Like, I just don't see a strength in bowling, and it ain't, I mean, it's a cute little to me, going on a bowling date is just like going on putt-putting day. Like, same difference. It's I guess it's a cute banter and, cute little competition. Maybe that's what it's about. And, was the same with them. They exchanged little witty banter back and forth. And then Andrew decided he wanted a kiss. So he, put a little something on, make it a little interesting. And he bet her that if he made a strike, that's the verbiage, right? A strike, when you hit all the things down. If he made a strike, that she would have to kiss him. He did not make the strike, but she still kissed him, and it was real cute. And what I liked about it is I got a little bit of insight on how he is, so I'm looking for in the bed. I always tend to think that if you're a good kisser, you pretty, at least pretty decent in the bed. Like, you might not be an A+, but I tend to think you at least a B. Like, I don't know, I think bad kissers equal bad sex. That's just me. But I thought he did really, really good. I have dated an Asian guy, in my past life when I was single or whatever, when I was younger, and he was a good kisser. He really was. But so I was intrigued to see, how different races interact physically, and you know what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be politically correct with what I'm saying so I don't come off, like Trump or anybody, but I was trying to see what he was working with in that arena. So that was cute. So next scene, speaking of physical relations and all. Next thing we see Issa getting her back beat in front to back by Big Boy. And he is just, and she basically had to tell him, like, boo, like, this position is just a little bit too impersonal for me. Like, I don't really like this. And y'all could weigh in on this and just let me know. I once was told by somebody that a man don't really care about you if he really just be doing you from the back all the time. Is that true? Have you heard that? See, because that's probably, front to back is probably my least favorite position. I'm not really into front to back action. Like, I need to see your face. I'm a personal lover. You know what I'm saying? So like, I need to see your face, your eyes. I just need to feel you and your energy. And I feel like you get lost back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking back there trying to find you. I'm trying to connect eyes with you. And it just be a lot. Like, it's just, I don't know. Just, you know, I was just wondering. So she tells him, okay, you know, maybe not from the back. So then he lay her on the side. I felt like that was a good choice, but that didn't satisfy her. So they end up in, you know, a classical position, which is missionary. And things seemed to go smoothly from there. So when it was done, you know, he was telling her, like, you know, you need the F fixed around here. You see that he's from TS, he works with TSA or whatever. And I like their back and forth was interesting to me. Are you guys fans of casual sex? Because I got real casual sex from them. Like, I already know she said she didn't have a man, but it was just very like, okay, so when you finna leave, like, you know, like, even when he said he had a gift for her, she was very like, you know, very leery, like, what is it? I never really been a fan of casual sex because I feel like men don't amount to that much for me when it comes to that, because I could go get me a vibrator, go get me a jackrabbit or something, and then I ain't even got to deal with them, period. Like, I don't even gotta lock up behind you. So when I was single, that was more my thing. Like, I wasn't like a casual, I might have been a casual dater, like, hey, let's go out on dates, you know, feed me, you know, nourish me and stuff like that, but, or, you know, take me to a movie, entertain me, you know, stuff like that. But when it came to sex, like, I don't know, sex is just a very, very personal thing for me. And I feel like I get no satisfaction from, like, hunching a guy that I feel nothing, like, deeply for, you know what I mean? And then if I feel something deeply for you, then I'm gonna want to, you know, it's not casual at that point. Then it's like more exclusive. So I don't know, how do you guys feel about casual sex? Are you for it? Are you against it? You like throw it in there every once in a while? Let me know in the comments. So after that, Issa and Molly go to a clothing store, and Issa explains to Molly, you know, that she has to switch her wardrobe up to keep up with Condola and all these spots that Condola is taking her. So they go in the store, and she already got her shit to return to get her new stuff in exchange. And the white girl behind the counter is letting her know, like, boo. This is the thing. Do y'all do that? Like, I have never worn stuff and returned it. I definitely am somebody that will return something. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, because sometimes I impulsively shop. So I'll buy something and then feel guilty or regret it and be like, okay, let me go take this back. But I don't like wear it to take it back. Do you guys do that? I ain't judging in the end. Like, you know, that's between you and yours. I just want to know. Because my thing is, homegirl behind the counter was out of line. I hate when people work at places and they act like they name on the building. Girl, return this shit and be quiet, okay? Just do your job, ma'am. Scan, swipe, move it along. Like, I hate that. I really hate that. Like, what is it to you? I remember when I used to work at Mac. Because people, now, there's a line between buying stuff and returning it and dragging stuff through the mud and you know, like spending your life in a shirt and then want to return it. But even still, I'm going to return it. I'm not going to make a big deal about it, because at the end of the day, that's between you, yours, and the good people that own this store. Like, I don't got time for that. I remember when I was working at Mac, and one time, and this girl came in one day with a blonde wig on and bought some. I don't know if she bought anything or not, but she came in. She probably came in and stole the tester. But she came in one day with a blonde wig on, then came back in the next day with a black wig on, and exchanged a mascara for a new one. Girl, I go to open up the mascara that she exchanged, and it's cracked all around the what is it called? It's all around the rim. Like, as soon as you open it, it's cracked all around the rim of like caked up mascara. The shit is hollow. It's empty. Ain't nothing in it. And I just be damned. Like, that is nasty, trifling. But I still returned it because, girl, that's between you. That's on your like. I don't have time to be a security guard and a sales representative. I pick my battles. You feel me? So I was like, when she returned the shit, and she was like, you can't keep doing this. Who can't? Because I'm coming back tomorrow. See, stuff like that make me come back tomorrow we not doing it? Okay. What day is it? Monday? I'll be back Wednesday. Like, no. You got to stay in a sales representative's place. That's how I feel about that. But anyways, moving along. So, in that same space of them shopping is when Molly asked Issa if it's okay, or Andrew asked her if it was okay to invite Nathan. And y'all, she said no. So I guess that's the end of Nathan. And that really is disappointing to me because I feel like I was really having fun with the whole Nathan and Issa dynamic, because when Issa was with Lawrence, it was very dry and sad and melancholy. Like, it was a struggle. Like, he was struggling, she was struggling, two struggling people together. Like, it don't always make for a party. Like, you know how they say misery love company? Like, it don't be a party when misery get together sometimes. Like, it was just, and seeing her with Nathan, I felt like she was looser, she was freer, she was having fun. I'm acting like I really know this girl, but I like that. Like, and then he was sexy. Like, he had that subtle, kind of swag to him, that's like not overstated, just enough, that like, come here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you done dated a guy like that, where it's just like, he just give you that look, like when they was on the Ferris wheel and they was getting nasty and stuff, and he just looked at her and she just, pulled them panties to the side or whatever. Like, Andrew kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just smooth. Like, Andrew just comes off real smooth, not lame. Lawrence kind of comes off like lame to me. And not lame, like, he just comes off like there's no excitement. There's no sense of like what's happening next. Like, you know who Lawrence is every day. And some people love that. Like, some people like love that sense of like security and I guess it would just be security. Some people just love that sense of security of knowing like this person's gonna love me. They love me Monday, they love me today, we're gonna do the same stuff, you're always the same person. But I think every once in a while it's kind of sexy to have that sense of like, adventure, that sense of like what's going to happen around the corner. So yeah, I was sad to see that Andrew was gonna be leaving, and I felt like, why the hell they even wrote him? What? Anyways, so yeah, so that is your update on Andrew. I'm not Andrew. That is your update on Nathan. If you wanted to know, that is your update on Nathan. Nathan can't come to the mixer. It's over, y'all. So, nevertheless, Condola and Issa meet up at Condola's office space, and Tiffany is there. Anybody feel like Amanda Seales is just not even having to act to be Tiffany, like condescending and just like self-righteous and just like self-absorbed? She's very good at that role. Like, I don't even feel like she's acting. I feel like, oh, it's her. But yeah, so they finally address the fact that Lawrence is Condola's boo that she met at Tiffany's baby shower. How would you, so how do you guys feel like you would react to something like that? Because me, I wouldn't. Okay, so let's unpack this. So it's very awkward, you know. Tiffany is like, you know, she makes sure that she lets you know that she thought nothing was gonna come. She knew, and she knew or felt like nothing was gonna come out of Lawrence and Condola. Would you be mad at a friend if they knew that? Because here's my take on it. I feel like this. If it depends on our level of friendship. If you're my best friend, then I expect you to alert me of any upcoming danger or hurt. So I say that to say, like, I don't believe in friends coming back to you and telling you everything, because I don't feel like that's beneficial for them. Like, if you're my friend and you're, you know what I'm saying, you just broke up with your dude, or you got a dude and y'all break up, I'm not going to come back to you and tell you his every move, because I feel like that's not going to help you move on. That's not going to help you. That's just not going to help you, period. It's really just hurting you. And to me, I feel like I don't trust people who do that. I don't trust people who run back to you with every little thing, because I feel like a real friend knows how much you can handle. Like, they know you. They know what information to bring back. So I feel like that's my best friend that I'm holding. I feel like with Issa and Tiffany's friendship, I wouldn't be mad at Tiffany if she didn't tell me. And then based on how she, you know, worded the situation, she thought it wasn't nothing. I wouldn't be mad about that. That's just me. I feel like it's childish, or I feel like it's childish to require your friends to do that kind of stuff. Like, cause how you really gonna move on if you know every single thing that the dude doing? Like, that's silly to me. So I wouldn't be mad at Tiffany's character at all. You know, it would still hurt me, but I wouldn't project that hurt onto her and then blame her for it. So anyways, Condola and Issa, you know, they have a very awkward moment. I think the next scene is Condola going over to Lawrence's house and kind of letting him know, and kind of being like, you know, did she know? You know, she's trying to fill the situation out, because in reality, she really don't know Issa and she really don't know Lawrence too well. I thought it was very mature I thought it was very mature of Lawrence to tell her, you know, keep working with her. It's clear that she needs your help. But I don't expect anything else from Lawrence, because Lawrence is a very mature and very mentally balanced, like, you know, guy. He's a good guy. So I like that about Lawrence, and I thought that was very mature of him, because I don't know if I would tell. I don't know, because it's messy, you know, like that's a messy type situation. But I think it was cool that he was a bigger person. Okay, so let's talk about this awkward ass mixer. So the mixer was, you know, sometimes with Insecure, like, certain things is just, it wasn't high energy. Like, it was a little few chuckle moments. But let's talk about the awkwardness that was Issa and Condola. And I guess it would be awkward when you have two mature women that, you know, that are not trying to be toxic, and you want to move forward in a very just uncomfortable and very unrealistic situation. So I thought it was cool that Condola still came, because Issa did need her. And you know, Issa put her best foot forward also. Of course, of course, Lawrence didn't come. They have Paula J. Parker there. She gonna get her money regardless. She is gonna get her money. They need to be taking notes. Golden, what was her name? Golden from, I can't, it's child, the show was so irrelevant. Remember when Carlos King did that show for all the actresses in Hollywood that wasn't getting jobs no more? And Golden Brooks, that was her name, was one of them. And she was saying she can't get booked. Paula J. Parker ain't got no problem getting booked, honey. So you need to follow that train wherever it's going. So, you know, they're at the mixer and they're trying to explain to, you know, the different vendors, you know, trying to get them to sponsor and stuff, and they just talking over each other. And it's just weird, which would expect that situation to be weird, especially if you don't hash it out beforehand. So they continue on with the weirdness until Issa gives this really, really heartfelt speech about, their neighborhood and how it's changing and being gentrified, and they don't have any say-so in their own neighborhood, and that's probably one of the only times she wasn't awkward. So that was really dope. And so on the way, because I skipped over Molly and Andrew having a conversation. So Molly and Andrew ride in the car, and they're booking, and planning for their next date, and he tells her my speech impediment. He tells her that he has plans. And she is, jokingly like, oh, you got a date? And he's like, oh, that's funny? Like, what's funny about that? And then she realizes, like, he's dating other people. What I like about Insecure is it brings up a lot of topics and, situations that we all have experienced or are experiencing, and it gives us room to have a dialogue. So let's have a dialogue. When you first start dating someone, do you care if they date other people? Like, does that bother you? Me personally, when I was single and dating, that never bothered me, because I feel like whenever you meet somebody new, you expect that they were attractive, to other people, and that they're desirable. So I always expected when I first started dating some people that there was someone else in the picture. Maybe not a girlfriend, a baby mama, a wife, nothing serious. I would hope that it was nothing serious, but I would expect them to be, texting, maybe dating, talking to other people, because I feel like that's logical, and realistic. Like, I don't think that anybody's life stops the day that they meet you or the day that they meet me, and then everything just cease to exist, and I frankly wouldn't want to date somebody who wasn't attractive or appealing to anybody else in the world. Like, and that's just real tea. Like, that's just me being real. So I expect that, and it doesn't turn me off, because I don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody. So when I'm dating somebody, like, I'm dating them on my own merit, on my own, on my own personal connection that I have and that I gain with them. So I never feel intimidated that somebody is dating other people, because I see it like this, like, if that person is for me, then that person is for me. And if they not, they not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing that I can do to win favor over somebody. It's like, I don't even think about it like that, because I feel like when you think about dating from that perspective, then I don't feel like you value yourself, to me. Because I feel like it's nobody, realistically, honestly, it's always somebody better, faster, prettier, stronger, blah, blah, blah. But in my mind, I'm the flyest bitch, period. You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody that somebody would rather be with than me. And I feel like that's how you gotta view it. That's how you gotta look at it. Because if you go into the dating world and you have all these like insecurities, or you have any insecurities, like, it's a turnoff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it. I have never, maybe when I was like really, really young, like 16 or 17 or something like that, it would have bothered me. But as I got older, it's like, look, I'm dating other people, like, I'm entertaining people, you're entertaining people. This may not work out, and I'm fine with that, or it may work out and I'm fine with that too. Like, I'm okay whether it works out or not, because when I used to meet a guy, I never looked at the situation like it's going to be an instant relationship, because at the end of the day, I have to get to know you to know if you're worthy of my time. You might not even be worthy of my time. You might just be somebody that I go on 2 dates with and I realize like it's nothing. So when you meet somebody and you automatically attach to them like a full relationship and goals and like expectations, to me that says that like you're just desperate for a relationship. Like, you're not looking for a connection with the individual. You're just looking for the title of a relationship. You're just looking to prove to either yourself or others that you can be in one, or you're worthy of one, or you just lonely and want some company. Because every guy that you date isn't a winner. Like, every guy you date isn't gonna be your boyfriend. So I feel like when I used to meet people, I would go into it like, hey, look, we are just two people getting to know each other. If it turns into a friendship, I'm cool with that. If it turns into a relationship, I'm cool with that. If not, that's fine too. So I wouldn't be upset to, you know that he was dating other people, because at this moment you're together. At this moment you go into the mixer with him, like, and he's showing an interest in you. So I would just focus on my, situation, my interest, or the interest that he has in me, and I wouldn't focus on other people, because that's to me a turn off. But anyways, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about it. And Molly, by the way, like, Molly is just, to me, one of those friends that's just really, like, needy. Like, they need you to walk them through every step of life, to kind of tell them what to do. Like, Issa is kind of all over the place sometimes, but she makes her own decisions, whether they're good or bad. Like, she, she's accountable for whatever she does, but she takes that effort. She makes that effort to decide for herself. With Molly, it's like she needs you to hold her hand, and then when she doesn't get that, like, she's upset about it. So, like, the whole time she was at the mixer, she really wanted to talk about Andrew and what they were going through, and it's just like, it wasn't the time for that. Like, it wasn't the time for Issa to, like, babysit your feelings, when one, this is a work event, this is business, this is something that, you know what I'm saying, like, it was her moment. And I just felt like Molly needed her hand held at the wrong time. It just wasn't the wrong time. The right time. And then the way she was acting towards Andrew, if I was Andrew, I would have stopped talking to her. Like, at this point with Molly, he must really, really, really like Molly. He must damn near be in love with her, because at this point, she has exhausted me when it comes to Andrew, and I would have been done, like, period. So, and even after, like, because she's, awkward. She's acting awkward, obviously awkward. And he's, like, ignoring it, and he's being patient about it. And she kind of just dismisses him and lets him leave or whatever, the mixer. And it just was, like, off-putting to me, like, girl, bye. Okay, so the writers are insecure. The producers are insecure. We need more Kelly. Like, more Kelly, more Kelly, more Kelly. Like, I need more Kelly instead of Molly. Can we find a way to make Kelly Issa's best friend or something? Because I be needing that laugh. Like, I be needing all that Kelly brings in. To me, I feel like I'm the Kelly in my friend group. I'm that person that just says whatever, what I'm going to say, but whatever's on my heart and my mind, that's what it's going to be. That's what's coming out of my mouth. And that's a person that, like, gets a party going, that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just always good vibes, because they ain't sweating the small stuff, and they just know how to laugh at themselves. Like, I love Kelly. Love her to pieces. Okay, so as the mixer is ending, Issa thanks Condola, and they have their little moment or whatever. And then they're cleaning up, and this is, I think, the start of the reason that Issa and Molly not fucking with each other. So Molly and Issa are talking, and she has already found out about Condola and Lawrence and everything. And so she's asking, Issa what she's gonna do, and Issa's explaining they're still gonna be friends. And I felt like Molly gave it to her straight. This is messy, and you don't have to be this messy. I think you enjoy being messy. And I feel like her words could have been different. The sentiment would have still been the same. It would have still been the same meaning behind it. I think Molly was just, pissed off about Andrew and taking out on Issa. People do that. But I don't feel like she was necessarily wrong in what she was saying, because Lawrence, Condola, and Issa's love triangle or friendship triangle or whatever you want to call it is very messy and it's awkward. And I don't see it being something that's sustainable, that can last, because to be in a relationship with somebody for 5 years and to be close friends with the person that's not dating them, you really got to be on your Will Smith and Jada. Like, you really got to be very, very, very insecure. You got to either be really, 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 really over that person. You got to be really mature. Like, it just takes a lot, because at the end of the day, if there's any, like, residual emotions there, they're going to come out, because it's one thing to have an ex and not think of them, they're out of sight, out of mind. It's another thing to have constant, like, reminders and to see, them being happy with someone else. In real life, if I wasn't married and I didn't, and I wasn't in this place in my life, I don't think I would be mature enough for that, because, every time she come, like, you know, you talking to her, she's like, oh, I just got dicked down. It's like, by my ex, like by the guy who used to dick me down. Like, it's just awkward, and it don't gotta be. Like, there are plenty, it's just like, it's plenty of fish in the sea for relationships. It's plenty of fish in the sea for friends. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that is messy. And I don't think that Issa intends to be messy. I think that was the dig part of it. I think that was the part that where Molly wanted to hurt her. But I don't think she intends to be messy. I just think that when you're a laid back person and you're like chill, like, cause I'm a very chill person. When you're chill and you're laid back, you try things out. Like, you try to be the bigger person. You try to, you know, overlook things. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you try it out, you know, to see if it could work. Like, so I don't think she's intentionally being messy, but it is a messy situation that could really go left. It could just really go left. I mean, I could think of 1,000,001 ways it could go left. But anyways, so that apparently stings Issa's, you know, pride and, you know, so on and so forth. But Issa's very passive, so, you know, she's kind of too passive to say anything, even though it's written all over her face. She don't have to say a word. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I have for this episode of Insecure. I will be coming back. It is hot. I will be coming back with 2 more reviews for the other episodes. So until the next time, y'all, see y'all somewhere around the internet. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See y'all on the next one. Bye.